When Grace got married, she thought she had found a man she could trust with everything: her money, her dreams, and her future. And for a while, she was happy. Every month when her salary came in, David would say, "Send it to me. I'll take care of everything." And she did. She never questioned him. After all, he was her husband. He paid rent, he bought food, he handled bills, he even decided how much money Grace should keep for herself. Whenever she wanted something, she simply asked. At first, it felt normal. Then, slowly, it became a habit. Grace stopped checking her balance. She stopped saving. She stopped thinking about money. David always told her, "Don't worry about these things. I'm taking care of you." And Grace believed him. Until the night her mother called. Her voice was weak. "Grace, I need you." Her mother had been admitted to the hospital and the doctors needed money for treatment. Grace didn't panic. She was earning a good salary. Surely she could help. She opened her banking app. Her hand suddenly went cold. She only had 2,300 shillings. She stared at the screen. How? Her salary had come in 2 days earlier. She called David. He didn't answer his phone. She called again. Still nothing. Finally, he picked up. "David, Mom is in the hospital. I need money." "How much?" David asked. "About 100,000 shillings," Grace replied. He was silent for a while. Then he said, "I don't have it." Grace laughed nervously. "What do you mean you don't have it? My salary came in 2 days ago." "Grace, your salary doesn't just sit there. We have responsibilities," David said. "But where is the money?" Grace asked again. David became angry. "Are you questioning me now?" That broke something inside her, because suddenly she realized she didn't know anything. She had been sending him her salary for years, but she didn't know how much they had saved. She didn't know where he invested. She didn't know what they owned. She didn't know how much money was left in their accounts. She had trusted him so completely that she had stopped paying attention. That night, Grace sat beside her mother in the hospital corridor and cried. Not because she didn't have money, but because she realized she had been earning money for years without ever becoming financially secure. Her husband controlled everything, and she allowed it because she thought that was being a good wife. Her mother eventually recovered, but Grace didn't go back to the woman she had been. She started quietly. She opened her own savings bank account. She started saving, even if it was a small amount. Grace began learning about investments. She learned how to budget. She learned what financial independence actually meant. And the more she learned, the more confident she became. Then one evening, David noticed. "You've changed," he said. Grace smiled. "Yes, I have." She looked at him. "I finally started paying attention to my own life." Grace had learned that being a good wife didn't mean becoming financially helpless. Supporting your husband doesn't mean surrendering every decision. And loving someone doesn't mean forgetting how to stand on your own feet. Grace still loved her husband, but now she also had something she didn't have before: a voice in our own financial life. And that changed everything because sometimes a woman doesn't realize she's dependent until the day she needs help and discovers she has no access to the money she worked so hard to earn. So, never ever be afraid to learn about your money. Save, invest, ask questions, know what you earn, and most importantly, know how to take care of yourself. Because being a woman who loves deeply is beautiful, but being a woman who can also stand on her own is powerful.